Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. Here we are again with episode 34 of Covertape Chaos. This time we finish up the grand saga of Corya the warrior sage, take control of a spider-obsessed robot in Arac, go to war in Shellshock, play a game of invisible pinball in Invision, and learn some more about sprites and how to code them. It's a rather strange selection of software this time, but is it any good? Let's dive in and find out. We kick things off with the third and final part of the text adventure Corya. Once again, you can take the password you were given at the end of part 2, all printed in the magazine, and continue where you left off. This type of game already felt pretty antiquated when it appeared on this tape in the 90s, so it's a real relic of the past nowadays. As I've said before, as a kid I had no patience for this type of thing, and I still don't now. That's not to say it's crap, the writing is very good from what I've seen, so give it a go, you might enjoy it. Next up is Arac, a full game about a one-legged robot. It's pretty weird. You are given two options at the start of the game, short and long. If you choose short, then you have 20 minutes on the timer and your robot comes with his extra parts already equipped. If you choose long, the timer increases to half an hour, your extra parts are missing and the only thing you're armed with is a net. You can catch various bugs and beasties with your net, then use their abilities to solve puzzles and so forth. The overall goal is to find 3 reactors and deactivate them within the time limit. Not an easy prospect at all. Throughout your exploration you can also find leg parts and a globe that will allow you to transform into a spider robot for a while if you find them, which also lets you walk on the ceiling. If you enjoy action adventure games like Dizzy, then this one will probably give you a lot of entertainment as well. The controls take a while to get used to, both in your standard one-legged form and in your spider form. In terms of the presentation, there is no music at all sadly, and the sound effects are fairly basic bleeps and bloops. The graphics are not too bad, the main character in particular is nicely animated, but overall the game is nothing special to look at. It's definitely very unique though, which is a good thing. We have a very nice change of pace after this with Shellshock, a Commando or Arnie style shooter where you take control of a one-man army and charge headlong into combat in order to retrieve 4 parts of a schematic that could turn the tide of the war. Compared to Arac, the controls in this one are nice and simple, just move your little soldier around with the joystick and shoot with the fire button. It's a pretty enjoyable game, albeit a tough one. Unlike other similar games, you don't have an infinite supply of ammo in Shellshock. After you've fired it all, that's it. You do have a supply of grenades and bombs that you can use as a backup though, and hopefully one of the enemy soldiers will drop some more ammo, though there is no guarantee of that. There's a decent tune on the title screen, though I have heard better elsewhere, and sound effects in the main game comprised of the usual gunshots and explosions. I had fun with Shellshock, though I've yet to make it past the first stage. The last game on this particular tape is Invision, the pinball game where most of the table except the ball and the flippers are invisible, at least until they are struck, where they light up briefly. It's an interesting idea for a pinball game in theory, but in practice it plays terribly. The graphics are awful, and the physics on the ball is questionable at best. Pinball games have evolved a great deal since this thing was released, both in the real world and in video game simulations. Not very good at all, I'm afraid. The tape is finished off with 3 small programs that go along with another article on how to code sprites in the magazine. Remember how the sprite demo last time was horribly slow? Well, this time the same demo is running at a decent speed. There's also a utility that shows you the binary value of any key that you enter. So that's it for another tape. This time Shellshock was my favourite because it's nice and easy to get into. Arac also promises plenty of entertainment value, but it's a lot more complicated. On the whole, a decent enough tape, but far from the best we've seen. See you in another fortnight for episode 35. In the meantime, take care.